Meanwhile, Nancy Pelosi facing a little bit of heat over saying that Donald Trump's immigration plan is a way to make America white again. Kind of hard to move the bipartisan ball forward with comments like that. To the Center for Immigration Studies Executive Director, Mark Krikorian. Mark, very good to have you. Do you see a deal cobbled together here? I mean, between the two sides, their political rhetoric notwithstanding?
I've been pessimistic about this for a while, and there should be a way to do this because a deal actually makes sense. It all holds together. You amnesty the people who signed up for DACA because the DACA program is illegal, but that's on Obama, not on them. They came forward, gave their information. So legalize those people. But like every amnesty, and this would be an amnesty, it would cause more illegal immigration and have downstream chain migration as people started sponsoring their relatives a few years down the road. So you got to deal with both of those pieces. That's what the enforcement stuff is for. That's what ending chain migration is for. It's all one piece.
Yeah.
It should be able to work, but the Democrats seem to be willing to throw the DACAs under the bus to keep the pipeline of future chain migration open.
Or to prevent the wall. And that's something that when I talk to a number of conservative Republicans on this issue, to a man or woman, they're not too keen on doing that without some, toughening up either on a wall or more security at the border. But that's the one thing that makes some Democrats recoil. So where is all this going, you think?
Interestingly, though, remember, during the shutdown, both Chuck Schumer and Luis Gutierrez over in the House both said they would reluctantly live with the wall.
I remember quite well.
Remember
then
Gutierrez,
they took that out. Then Schumer took that out. Right?
Sure. But the point is that they're willing to cave on, I think. It's future immigration that is key to their political prospects, as they freely admit, to import more voters and more clients
but Mark,
for big government.
Any self-respecting Democrat on this issue is going to have a hard time saying how he or she voted against something that is going to secure potential citizenship down the road for 1.8 million people, right?
Yeah, but no, I mean, if the price is the long-term reduction in the importation of their new voting base, then yeah, they will. I guarantee you they'll vote against it, even if it has an amnesty for the DACAs.
But wouldn't that be suicidal
plus.
to them? I mean, then we'd be facing something that would be on them, and they'd have to explain that. Or are they so trapped to their party base that they got to do what they got to do?
I mean, I think that may be what sort of Plan B is in the White House, because I get the sense they really do want to get this through. But if they don't, if the Democrats do kill it, I think then the talking point, and it's an accurate one, for the White House is to say, look, we did this, we met them more than halfway, and they threw the Dreamers under the bus in order to keep chain migration going.
I'm wondering, in this environment, how this vote goes. I don't want to be that crass about it, but the Latino vote, when they see this, if they see a president making these overtures, these efforts, some might cynically say or believe, as Nancy Pelosi does, that he's still intent on making America white again and all that. Do you see it moving the political needle at all?
I'm skeptical of that. I mean, I'm willing to be proven wrong, but look, why did the Democrats surrender during the government shutdown? Because the issue of the DACAs and the Dreamers just isn't all that important to most people. Now, when you do a survey, large majorities of people, and I would answer the same way if I were surveyed, say, sure, they came here as kids and grew up here. I'm okay with amnestying them. But how important is that to most people? It's not very important, it seems to me. Yeah. And so I don't know that one way or the other it's going to have much political effect for the White House.
Yeah, I think what people discovered, even those advocating it, it's not worth shutting down the government.
Right, exactly.
So weird stuff. Mark, always good. Thank you very much for clarifying a couple of things.